All right, guys, I'm going to show you here that college is coded as well, and it's undeniable. I coded Georgia Bulldogs to blow out TCU, and they did. They absolutely destroyed them. So I'll show you the postcode and also the pre-code. So Georgia Bulldogs, they took a 31-7 lead in this game, which is the 66 triangular number, and I mentioned 66 in my pre-code, which I'll get to in a moment. And you'll see here they took a timeout with 1:19 on the clock, and Georgia Bulldogs were founded 119 years ago, which is in my code. So you'll also see Georgia took a 24-7 lead, and the United States of America was founded 247 years ago. I'll be doing a video shortly stating why I believe the US is going to go to war this year, 247 years after they were founded. And it will be the US's 13th war that they've been involved in. And the Georgia Bulldogs quarterback, the star quarterback, wears the number 13 jersey. So my code indicated it would be a blowout, and at halftime the score was 38-7. So 38-7 at halftime, guys. 38 times 7 equals 266. I always tell you how Pope Francis is synced with practically everything, especially major sporting events. And he's the 266th Pope. He visited the White House on the 266th day of the year. So the game ended 65-7. And 65 plus 7 equals 72. And Francis became the 266th Pope on the 72nd day of 2013. It's just so undeniable. So I'm going to go through the pre-code, which is, I coded the outcome, guys. And I do this every day. So Georgia Bulldogs should win this game and win back-to-back titles in a Queen Elizabeth II ritual. 8 out of the last 10 national championships have been blowouts, and that may become 9 out of the last 11, which it was. It was an absolute blowout. And of course, guys, 9/11 was an explosion. Okay? The World Trade Center blew up. So the TCU coach was born on a date that can be written 9/11. Queen Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. This is Georgia's 119th season. That's why they took that time out with 1:19 on the clock. I said that Georgia Bulldogs can win a championship 42 years after they won one in 1981. I keep talking about 42, guys, all the time, and the beast reigns for 42 months. The Georgia Guidestones were erected, and they came down 42 years later. They came down on George Bush Jr.'s 76th birthday on 7/6, and 7 times 6 equals 42. The game was played on 1/9, and it was played exactly 2 years after Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip got their vaccines for COVID-19. That's at least what the media reported. 19 is the 8th prime, and the Georgia coach was born on a day leaving 8 days left in the year. And Georgia became the 8th team to win back-to-back CFB championships. Okay? Georgia's coach became 8-2 in bowls. Queen Elizabeth II was born on 4/21, which is the 82nd prime. American football is synced up to football. I always show that. And Mbappe won the Golden Boot, scoring 8 goals, and he got 2 assists in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. 82. George Floyd died 911 days before England opened up their World Cup campaign, and England's flag is St. George's flag. Also, England, guys, they used to have the Twin Towers at Wembley Stadium, which came down. Okay, Twin Towers connects to 9/11. George Floyd died in the Twin City, all coded. Elizabeth's father was King George. Just know George Orwell brought out 1984 in 1949, which was 73 years ago. 4973 is the 666 prime. Georgia coach stayed on 15 career losses, and Georgia got their 15th season win. Atlanta equals 15, and of course, Atlanta is in Georgia. The TCU quarterback wears the number 15 jersey. The TCU's coach is 47 years old, which is the 15th prime. It's essential you understand your primes, your triangular numbers. I taught people that in my FIFA book. It's unbelievable, is that book. Thank you for all the positive feedback. and for everyone who continues to purchase it. 15 is the 5th triangular number, and Georgia got their 5th win versus TCU. Super Bowl 56 was all about the royal family. I coded the exact scoreline of 2023. I called Odell Beckham number 3 getting the opening touchdown, which he did. And that game was played on 13-2, and TCU dropped to 13-2 for the season. And who was the quarterback, guys, for the LA Rams in Super Bowl 56? It was no other than Matt Stafford. Georgia played in its 3rd national title over the last 6 seasons. There's your 36 again. Just know Pope Francis was born in 36. 666 is the 36 triangular number. 6 times 6 equals 36. And Georgia's coach began the season with 66 wins. Okay, he ended it on 81 because 66 plus 15 is 81, which is 9 times 9. Okay, and 9 times 11 gets you 99. Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, died on the 99th day of the year at age 99. It's all connected to the book of Revelation, which is the 66th book of the Bible. And when I saw this stat, it was just done. Georgia stayed on 405 losses, and TCU's coach was hired 405 days before this game. So a perfect code. Georgia absolutely blew them out. College is coded. Doesn't mean the players have to know it at all. Okay, if the universe is coded and man is somewhat being used, that's the reality it seems to be at this point. To believe that all these college players knew is hard to believe. And look how it was first ranked against 3rd for another 13. The number I keep raving on about, because that number connects to the devil in the Bible heavily and Nimrod. Again, you'll see that in my World Cup book. So again, just a undeniable code, guys. Undeniable. Georgia Bulldogs finish on 65 points. Pope Francis became the Pope 313, the 65th prime. Can you believe it? He became the Pope 7 years before coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. It's undeniable, guys. It really is. And like I said, a lot of people in this community were all over the Horned Frogs. It's because they want value. They're so desperate for money rather than actually coding what really matters, that we live in a scripted reality. I've told you more people would absolutely be obsessed with my work if it wasn't all about making money. They would be more blown away and more open to it. But it's all about making money for the majority of people in this community, which is tragic. But the real ones, they'll win money along the way, but it's not their main priority. The main priority is the knowledge. And I've just coded perfectly again the NCAA final. And I don't even play American football, guys. And I know more about it than the avid diehard fan in the US. Anyways, much love. Thanks for supporting my work. Take care. And like I said, 2023 is going to be a huge year. A huge year. Much love.